Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Have you ever heard the term, if it's in the news, by the time it hits the news, it's too late? Well, I have. And it actually just happened. It happened right now. The economy is collapsing, but CBS, I know it sounds crazy, it's mainstream, just put out a story of, here, let me read it to you out loud. 3 reasons to buy gold now. I know it sounds crazy because you're like, Ninja, I don't see the economy collapsing. Everything's fine. I went to my job. I went to the grocery store. The dollar's fine. Well, problem is you need to stop having normalcy bias and take a look at history, deep into history of fiat currencies and how they collapse. And then all of a sudden you'll say, oh crap, we don't have much time. But let's read this. It's about gold and why, okay? And this is out of CBS News. I'm gonna link the story below. 3 reasons to buy gold now. During times of economic uncertainty and high inflation, many Americans may reconsider their investments, whether you have a 401k, a Roth IRA, or some other form of retirement savings. The volatility of the stock market and recent world affairs has left a mark. And to say that is an understatement. The S&P 500 closed down 1.5% at 3,500, give or take a few points, on the September 30th, its lowest level since the 2020 crash around the start of the 19er crash around I can't even say these words. And its 3rd consecutive losing quarter. Trillions of retirement savings have been wiped out in 2022, and that is so true. I've actually been talking to people that I know and work with, and they've literally lost 25, 30% of their 401k. It's absolutely crazy. So it says right here, 3 reasons to buy gold now. Here are the reasons why you should consider buying gold now. And this is from the mainstream, so now you have no excuse. You've heard it here first because the mainstream finally put it out. Gold acts as a hedge against inflation. Gold is easy to sell. And gold can diversify your portfolio. Let me throw out a couple of tips on this. So gold acts as a hedge against inflation. It absolutely does, but here's the problem with that. It always acts later in the game. As inflation's running up, and we're seeing it right now, inflation in Europe just hit 10%, right? Here in the US, I don't even believe their numbers, don't even care because I know it's higher than they're stating. You would expect gold to be higher, right? But that's because you watch those charts back in the early 80s and the late 70s as inflation was roaring up, and trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. You saw the gold price correspond, but the thing is gold always lagged between 6 months and a year behind inflation. Why? You guessed it, it's you, human beings. It takes human beings a certain amount of time to go, oh crap, this is happening. See, if you've been on the Economic Ninja channel, I've been here for 2 years, been railing against inflation and saying get ready, buy gold. And if you would have bought back then, you're doing really good on a percentage basis. But the problem is it takes longer for gold to catch up. But when it catches up, it's almost like a rocket ship. And I'll give you an example. Back in 2010, after quantitative easing was announced, I believe in 2009? It wasn't until 2010 that gold really started to take off. And by 2011, it was topping up near 2000, and but it had that lag. So right now, you actually do have some time, but here's the other problem. Gold is easy to sell. Another misnomer that people say all the time, well, I can't put my gas in it. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, ramrod, if you take this dollar bill and shove it down your gas tank with a ramrod, I'll give you 20 bucks. Of course they go, you're an idiot. I would never do that. I'm like, well, no, actually you're the idiot because of course you can't put gold down your gas tank, you idiot. But you put dollars at the credit store, right? Well, here, anytime that you buy a house because someday it goes up, I can't put gas in my tank from my house. That's right. If you need the money from your house, you either take a loan against it or you sell it, right? Same thing with an exotic car. Hey, I can't put gas in my car with my Ferrari over there from Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Even though it did go down that mountainside. Boy, I sure kicked butt in reverse. That's right, you would sell it because it went up in value because it's a collector's item, and then you go put gas in your car, all right? So big misnomers. It is actually easy to sell. I don't know if you've ever been to a coin store. You walk in there and go, I got one of these to sell. They go, yeah, copy. And they throw a bunch of crappy fiat currency in your hand. And then number 3, gold can diversify your portfolio. You know, something really interesting about that is gold has been a hedge against inflation and a hedge against insecurity and unknowing, right? An emergency by the wealthy for centuries, literally. And any good portfolio manager or professional, a financial professional, which I'm not, I'm just a dude with a bro huck a dream and wish I had a McDonald's coffee right now because they're only $1, would tell you that you want to hold 10% of your assets in gold because throughout history, during economic uncertainty or collapse, a 10% weighting in gold would actually, as your portfolio of stocks and bonds and all of your safety net goes crashing down, the real safety net, gold, revalues. And it ends up usually being about equal. So that's why you would have 10%. But to be honest with you, I don't see a lot of really good financial advisors around. Probably because they're just trying to sell you their prepackaged crap. Point being is this, sorry, I'm just kicking butt on ETFs. No, I'm not. Don't like them, don't like index funds. Is this. Right now, we are seeing the story for gold now in the mainstream media. So now you officially have no excuse. You can't say it was on alt media. You can't say I don't believe that stuff. It's just conspiracy theorists. Now, old CBS, they're the conspiracy theorists. So the question is, what are you going to do? Honestly, the sad part is as gold came down a little bit, everybody dove in and the premiums are exploding on coins. So don't be afraid the second you see, or I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial professional. I'm just a dude with a brohawk, a cell phone, a dream. Still don't have that coffee. But you're probably going to find out that a gold coin costs you a lot over the price of spot, which actually is a fake price. And you're about to find that out too. Why? Because all the wealthy are draining all of the gold and silver vaults around the world right now. They're calling for delivery. Why? Because we're in economic collapse. And now mainstream media just proved it. 3 good reasons to hold gold. Guys, I'm going to link this story below so you have some good reading, some coffee talk. Talk amongst yourselves while the economy comes crashing down. All right, guys, with that being said, the Economic Ninja is out.